Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Hub. I'm Larry.
And I'm Amanda.
And always a pleasure to be back with you all for another deep dive into the world of AI. You know me, I love a good tech shakeup.
Always.
And we've got some really fascinating research to unpack today.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the rise of something called local AI.
Wow.
You send us the sources, we break them down for you.
Okay.
We've got a bunch of articles and reports all pointing to the same thing.
Okay.
2024 is shaping up to be a turning point for AI.
Okay.
And it's all about moving away from the cloud.
Okay. That already has my attention. I mean, we've been hearing about cloud AI for years now. Those massive models like GPT-3 and GPT-4. But running complex AI right on our devices sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It does feel futuristic, but the reality is the technology is already here.
Really?
This isn't just hype, it's happening right now.
Wow.
For example, one of the articles talks about NVIDIA's Chat with RTX, which basically lets users with high-end GPUs, those graphics cards gamers love, build and run their own custom AI models right on their PCs.
So instead of relying on a tech giant server farm somewhere, you're running this powerful AI right on your desktop.
Yeah.
That's a huge shift.
It is, and a lot of it comes down to the advancements in GPUs, those graphics processing units that gamers love.
Right.
They're turning out to be incredibly efficient at running these complex AI models. So in a way, we can thank the gaming industry for paving the way.
That's so cool. Who knew all those hours spent gaming were secretly contributing to the AI revolution? But okay, even if we can run these models locally, why would you want to?
Right.
I mean, the cloud seems pretty convenient.
That's a good question. And the truth is, cloud AI is great for certain things, like accessing huge data sets or handling super complex tasks. But it also comes with limitations. One of the articles compared it to having a brilliant chef in a restaurant across town.
Okay.
They can cook an amazing meal, but you have to wait for the delivery guy to bring it to you.
So it's like I can ask my AI in the cloud a question, but then I have to wait for the answer to make its way back through the internet.
Right.
Kind of takes the instant out of artificial intelligence.
Exactly. And that's where local AI has a huge advantage.
Okay.
The processing happens instantly because everything's happening right on your device. Think about it. You could be watching a YouTube video and ask your AI to summarize a specific section.
Oh, wow.
Without any lag. Or use these powerful language tools even when you're offline, like on a plane or hiking in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, that is starting to sound pretty appealing. I mean, we've all been in those situations where the internet is spotty or non-existent.
Yeah.
But can my laptop really handle the same level of AI as those giant cloud models?
Well, that's where things get interesting. These huge general-purpose models like GPT-4 are still more powerful in terms of overall capability, but local AI doesn't necessarily need to be that big. In fact, a lot of the exciting development is happening with something called small language models, or SLMs.
So instead of trying to cram a massive model onto my phone, we're talking about AI that's specifically designed to be lean and efficient.
Exactly. One of the reports used the analogy of a Swiss Army knife versus a set of precision instruments.
Okay.
A cloud model is like that Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
It can do a lot of things, but maybe not perfectly.
Okay.
SLMs are those precision instruments designed for specific tasks, and that's where it gets really exciting for businesses, especially smaller ones.
Okay.
They don't need the power of a GPT-4.
Right.
They need AI that can solve very specific problems.
Right.
Imagine a local bakery
Okay.
using an SLM to predict customer demand and manage their inventory, or a bookstore creating an AI.
Right.
That gives hyper-personalized book recommendations.
That's a game changer.
Right.
It makes AI way more accessible and affordable, especially for businesses that don't have the budget to build their own AI systems from scratch. They can just plug and play these specialized models and hit the ground running.
Exactly, and this is where companies like Apple come into play. They've been betting big on on-device processing with their neural engine for a while now, and it puts them in a prime position to lead in this new era of local AI.
Makes sense. Apple's always been about controlling the user experience and keeping everything within their ecosystem. And let's be honest, they're pretty good at making technology feel intuitive and user-friendly.
Right. And this whole concept of local AI aligns perfectly with their focus on privacy.
Oh, yeah.
All the processing happens on your device, so your data isn't being sent to some unknown server farm.
Right.
You're in control.
That's a huge selling point for a lot of people, especially with all the growing concerns about data privacy and how big tech companies are using our information.
It is. And this shift to local AI could be a win-win for both users and developers.
Yeah.
Users get more control over their data and faster, more responsive AI experiences, while developers have more flexibility to create unique and innovative applications without being reliant on the cloud.
It's like the Wild West of AI all over again. A whole new frontier with so much potential for exploration and discovery. But with all this talk about benefits, are there any downsides to local AI?
There are always trade-offs.
Okay.
One of the reports highlighted the potential for increased energy consumption. Running these models on our devices will require more power, and we need to be mindful of battery life and overall energy efficiency. We don't want to solve one problem just to create another.
Yeah, no one wants their phone dying halfway through the day because their AI is hogging all the battery power.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's a need for energy-efficient AI models and hardware that can handle these demands without sacrificing portability.
Definitely. And another concern is security.
Oh, okay.
If our devices are running powerful AI models, they become much more attractive targets for hackers who want to steal data or processing power.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot like the early days of personal computers.
Yeah.
As soon as they became more powerful, people found new ways to exploit them.
It's a constant cat and mouse game, isn't it? We develop new technology and then we have to figure out how to protect it.
Right. But it's a challenge we need to be prepared for.
Yeah.
The more powerful and ubiquitous AI becomes, the more important security will be.
Right.
We're talking about sensitive personal information potentially being processed on our devices.
So it's a trade-off. We gain privacy and control over our data with local AI, but we also take on new responsibilities for security and energy management.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's not a silver bullet solution, but it's an exciting step forward. But enough about the technical stuff.
Right.
I'm curious about the bigger picture. How do you think this shift towards local AI will impact society as a whole?
Wow, that's a big question.
Yeah.
I think there's huge potential for positive change. One of the articles talked about democratizing access to AI. It could empower individuals and communities in ways we haven't even thought of yet. We could see a wave of creativity and innovation as people use AI to solve problems in their own communities and build tools that meet their specific needs.
I love that idea. It's about shifting the power dynamic away from big tech companies and giving individuals more control over how this technology is developed and used. But there are potential downsides too, right?
Of course, we have to be realistic about the challenges.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that local AI doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities. Imagine a world where wealthy people have access to incredibly sophisticated AI tools, while those who can't afford the latest devices are left behind. We need to be very mindful of that digital divide and work to ensure that the benefits of AI are available to everyone.
It's like any powerful technology. It can be used for good or for bad. It all comes down to how we choose to develop it and integrate it into our lives.
It's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about our values and priorities as a society.
Exactly. And I think this is where conversations like the one we're having right now are so important.
Yeah.
We need to be thinking critically about the potential impact of local AI, both the good and the bad, so we can shape its development in a way that benefits everyone.
It really feels like we're at a crossroads with AI. And I'm curious, what are some of the things that we haven't even thought of yet? What are the truly unexpected applications of local AI that might emerge in the next few years?
Oh, that's a fun one to ponder. Okay, let's try to get those creative juices flowing.
Okay.
What if, for example, local AI could completely revolutionize the way we learn?
Okay. I'm intrigued. How so?
Imagine personalized tutors that live on your devices, adapting to your unique learning style, providing real-time feedback and guidance.
So instead of one-size-fits-all textbooks and lectures, you'd have a custom-designed education that's perfectly tailored to your needs and interests. That would be incredible.
Exactly. And it wouldn't stop at traditional education. Think about learning a new language or a skill. Your AI tutor could analyze your progress, identify your weaknesses, and even create personalized exercises to help you improve.
It's like having an expert coach in your pocket, available 24/7.
Right.
It wouldn't be limited to just learning. What about healthcare?
Oh, the potential in healthcare is immense.
Yeah.
Imagine wearable devices that constantly monitor your health, detect early signs of illness, and even provide personalized medical advice.
It's like having a doctor on call at all times. That would be a game changer for so many people, especially those in rural areas or with limited access to healthcare.
Right. And it could even help with chronic conditions. Your AI could track your symptoms, remind you to take your medication, and even adjust your treatment plan based on real-time data.
Okay. Now we're really getting into sci-fi territory. But it doesn't sound that far-fetched anymore. What else? Where else could this local AI revolution take us?
Think about the way we interact with our homes or cars or cities. Imagine a world where everything is seamlessly interconnected and responsive to our needs.
Like a smart home on steroids. Our homes could anticipate our needs, adjust the temperature and lighting, even order groceries before we run out.
Exactly. And our cars could become truly intelligent co-pilots, navigating traffic, optimizing routes, and even learning our driving preferences to create the perfect commute.
It's almost like we're moving towards a world where technology fades into the background and just becomes an extension of ourselves.
That's the real power of local AI.
Yeah.
It has the potential to be so personalized and integrated into our lives that it just becomes a seamless part of how we experience the world.
It's both exciting and a little bit daunting to think about.
It is. But I think it's important to remember that the future of AI is not predetermined. We have the power to shape how this technology evolves and how it impacts our lives. It's up to us to ask the tough questions, consider the potential consequences, and work to create a future where AI benefits everyone.
Well said. This has been an incredibly thought-provoking conversation. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what local AI could become.
Me too, and I have a feeling the next few years are going to be full of surprises.
I can't wait to see what happens. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into local AI. I'm Larry Ann.
I'm Amanda.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe to AI Hub for more deep dives into the world of artificial intelligence. We'll be back soon with more fascinating topics and cutting-edge insights. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.